What is up, guys? Crazy Mitch 42 here, and welcome to possibly a brand new series. Now, I didn't say anything about this on my channel. I just kind of was like, let me try this out. So, as you guys know, I've lost 25% of my manly dignity already. So I was like, okay, let's see if we could reach 100%. So I was looking online for like anime-related games, and apparently I came and found this one. Now, this is supposed to be like a dating sim or something like this. I don't really know. I kind of just stumbled upon it, and it's called Katawa Shoujo, or I think that's how you say shoujo. It could be either one. I'm not really sure. But anyway, yeah. So since I've lost 25%, I'm probably gonna lose another 25%. During the series. So, yeah, we're almost at that 100% of lostageness, and hopefully we can reach that soon by finding games like this and stuff. So I thought, I was like, you know what? It looks kind of cool. Let me try it out. So here we are. Let's start it up. Ooh, look at that snow. A light breeze causes the naked branches overhead to rattle like wooden wind chimes. This is a popular retreat for couples in the summer. The deediest trees provide a beautiful green canopy for out of sight of teachers and fellow students. But now, in late winter, it seems like I'm standing under a pile of could not say that word, kindling. I breathe into my cupped hands and rub them together furiously to prevent them from numbing in this cold. Just how long am I expected to wait out here, anyway? I'm sure the note said 4 p.m. Okay, so I guess that's us. Hasao. Oh god, I'm not gonna pronounce that correctly. Hasao, I think. Ah, yes. The note. Slipped between the pages of my math book while I wasn't looking. As far as cliches go, I'm more of a fan of the letter in the locker, but at least this way shows a bit of God dang it, so many big words. Initiative. As I pondered the meaning of the note, the snowfall gradually thickens. The snowflakes silently falling from the white painted sky are the only sign of time passing in this stagnant world. I'm trying to act all cool while I read this. Their slow descent upon the frozen forest makes it seem like time has slowed to a crawl. The rustling of dry snow underfoot startles me, interrupting the quiet mood. Someone is approaching me from behind. Hi, Hasao? You came? A hesitating, barely audible question. However, I recognize the owner of that dainty voice instantly. I feel my heart skip a beat. It's a voice I've listened to hundreds of times, but never as more than an eavesdropper to a conversation. I turn to face this voice, the voice of my dreams, and my heart begins to race. Hey, girl. What's up? Oh, hell no, I'm not gonna be able to pronounce that. I can't say that. Wanako? I got a note telling me to wait here. It was yours? Damn it. I spent all afternoon trying to come up with a good line. That wasn't the result. Pathetic. Yes. I asked a friend to give you that note. I'm so glad you got it. A shy, joyous smile that makes me so tense I couldn't move a single muscle even if I tried. Oh, the snow. Pretty. Oh, the heart though. My heart is pounding now, as if it were trying to burst out from my chest and claim this girl for itself. I like the snow design. This freaking graphics are awesome. So, here we are, out in the cold. Once again, the wind stirs up the branches. So many big words. The cacophonous noise is music to my ears. Iwanaku flinches ever so softly against the gusts of the wind. Yeah, well, she's wearing a skirt, I can understand that. As it passes, she rights herself, as if supported by some new confidence. Her eyes lock with mine, and she lazily twirls her long, dark hair around her finger. All the while, the anxious beating of my heart grows louder. My throat is tight. I thought I could even force a word out if I tried. You see, that heart. I wanted to know if you'd go out with me. I stand there, motionless, Save for my pounding heart. I want to say something in reply, but my vocal cords feel like they've been stretched beyond the breaking point. Hisao? I reach up to try to massage my throat, but this only sends spikes of blinding pain along my arms. What the hell is going on here? Hisao? My whole body freezes, save for my eyes, which shoot open in terror. Oh, he's having a heart attack. Yeah. Hisao! The beating in my chest suddenly stops, and I go weak at the knees. Yeah, he just had a heart attack, oh. The world around me, the canopy of bare branches, the dull winter sky, the Wanaka running towards me, all these fade to black. The last things I remember before slipping away are the sounds of Wanako screaming for help and the insistent clatter of the branches above. Wow. Wow, then. Didn't expect that turn of events. Oh. Shh, shut up, Mitchell. Beep. 4-Leaf Studios presents Katawa Shoujo. Shoujo, I think that's how you say it. I hope it's so. Bloop. Inspiration writer. Writing Anonymous 22. Aura. I can't read all this. Wow, these graphics are insane. They really went all out with this. Music Blue 123 and Nicole Almari. Yeah, they really went all out. It's pretty sick. Play games like this more often. This is really awesome. Hope you guys are enjoying this so far. I'm having a lot of fun. I know it's just like a read and click game, but you never know. You guys might enjoy it. So hopefully you are. Wow, this is pretty sick. It's going to be awesome. And my heart's still beating. Cause my heart beat to the beat of the drums. I don't know the rest of this song, so I'll just pretend long. Oh, it's been 4 months since my heart attack. Yeah, he did have a heart. Okay, I was correct. Yes, medical studies have proven that I am correct. In that whole time, I can probably count the times I've left this hospital room unsupervised on one hand. 4 months is a pretty long time when you're left alone with your own thoughts. My English is going to be so bad. So I've had plenty of time to come to terms with my situation. These words. Arrhythmia. A strange word. A foreign, alien one. One that you don't want to be in the same room with. A rare condition. It causes the heart to act erratically and occasionally beat way too fast. It can be fatal. Apparently, I've had it for a long time. They said it was a miracle that I was able to go on so long without anything happening. Is that really a miracle? I guess it was supposed to make you feel better. More appreciative of my life. It really didn't do anything to cheer me up. My parents, I think, were hit harder by the news than I was. They practically had words. I had already had a full day by then to digest everything. To them, it was all fresh. They were even willing to sell our house in order to pay for a cure. Those are good parents. Of course, there isn't a cure. Because of the late discovery of this condition, I've had to stay at the hospital to recuperate from the treatments. When I was first admitted, it felt as if I was missed. For about a week, my room in the ward was full of flowers, balloons, and cards. But the visitors soon dwindled, and all the get-well gifts began trickling down to nothing shortly after. Man, that sucks. I realized that the only person I had gotten so many cards and flowers was because sending me their sympathy had turned into a class project. Maybe some people were generally concerned, but I doubt that. Even in the beginning, I had barely had visitors. By the end of the first month, only my parents came by on a regular basis. Iwanaka was the last to stop visiting. Oh, at least she actually came by and said hello. After 6 weeks, I never saw her again. We never had that much to talk about when she visited anyway. We didn't touch the subject that was between us on that snowy day ever again. The hospital. It's not really a place I'd like to live in. The doctors and nurses feel so impersonal and faceless. I guess it's because they are in a hurry and they have a million other patients waiting for them, but it makes me feel uncomfortable. For the first month or so, I asked the head cardiologist every time I saw him for a rough estimate of when I'd be able to leave. He never answered anything in a straightforward way, but told me to wait and see if the treatment and surgeries worked. So, I idly observed the scar that those surgeries had left on my chest slowly change its appearance over time, thinking of it as some kind of omen. I still ask the head cardiologist about leaving, but my expectations are low enough now that I'm not disappointed anymore when I don't get a reply. The way he shuffles around the answer shows that there is at least some hope. Oh my god. Hope. Jesus. I had one job, is to read English correctly. I can't even do it. At some point, I stopped watching TV. I don't know why, I just did. Maybe it was the wrong kind of escapism for my situation. I started reading instead. There was a small library, at least, at the hospital. Although it was more like a storeroom for books. I began working my way through it, one small stack at a time. After consuming them, I would go back for more. I found that I liked reading, and I think I even became a bit addicted. I started feeling naked without a book in my hands. But I loved the stories. That was what my life was like. The days became increasingly harder to digest from each other, differing only by the book I was reading and the weather outside. I felt like time blurred into some kind of gooey mass I was trapped inside, instead of moving within. A week could go by without me really noticing it. Sometimes I'd pass some realization that I didn't know what day of the week it was. But other times, all the things that surrounded me would painfully crash into my consciousness through the barrier of nonchalance I had set up for myself. The pages of my books would start to feel sharp and burning hot, and the heaviness in my chest would become so hard to bear that I had to put the book aside and just lay down for a while, looking at the ceiling as if I was going to cry. But that happened only rarely. And I couldn't even cry. This is depressing. This is really depressing. Jesus. Today, the doctor comes in and gives me a smile. He seemed excited, but not very. It's like he is trying to make an effort to be happy on my behalf. My parents are here. It's been a few days since I've last seen them, but both of them are even sort of dressed up. Is this supposed to be some kind of special occasion? It's not a party. There is this ritual the head cardiologist has. He takes his time, sorting his papers, then setting them aside as if to make a point of the pointlessness of what he just did. Then he casually sits down in the edge of the bed next to mine. He looks me in the eyes for a moment. Hello, Hisao. How are you today? I don't answer him, but I smile a little, back at him. I believe that you can go home. Your heart is stronger now, and with some precautions, you should be fine. We have all your medication sorted out. I'll give your father the prescription. The doctor hands a sheet of paper to my father. Dad, whatever, it's close enough. Whose expression turns wooden as he reads it quickly. So many. I take it from his hand and take a look myself, feeling numb. How am I supposed to react to this? Oh my god. The absurdly long list of medications staring back at me from the paper seems insurmountable. They all blend together in a sea of letters. This is insane. Side effects, adverse effects, country actions, and dosages are listed line after line with cold precision. I try to read them, but it's so futile. I can't understand any of it, attempting to only make me feel sicker. All this, for the rest of my life, every day. I'm afraid that is the best we can do at this point. However, new medications are always being developed, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that list fade over the years. Oh my god, really? Years. What kind of confidence booster is that? I'd have felt better if he didn't said anything at all. Also, I spoke with your parents, and we believe that it would be best if you don't return to your old school. What? Please, calm down, Hisao. Listen to what the doctor has to say. Calm down? The way he says it to me... The way he says it tells me he knew full well that I wouldn't like it. Am I going to be homeschooled? Whatever of my condition shows, it's ignored. We all understand that your education is paramount. However, I don't think it's wise for you to be without supervision. At least not until we're sure that your medication is suitable. So I've spoken to your parents about a transfer. It's a school called Yamaku Academy that specializes in dealing with disabled students. At least I said something that's anime or Japanese related correctly. Hallelujah. I said Yamaku right. Or Yamaki. I don't know. God darn it. Anyway. Disabled? What? Am I? It has a 24-hour nursing staff and it's only a few minutes from a highly regarded general hospital. The majority of students live on the campus. Think of it as a boarding school of sorts. It's designed to give students a degree of independence, while keeping help nearby. Independence? It's a school for disabled kids. Don't try to disguise that fact. If it was really that free, there wouldn't be a 24-hour nursing staff, and you wouldn't make a hospital being nearby a selling point. Of course, that's only if you want to go, but your mother and I aren't really able to homeschool you. We went out there and we had a couple of looks a week back. I think you'd like it. It looks like I really don't have a choice. Compared to other heart problems, people with your condition usually tend to live long lives. You'll need a job one day, and this is a good opportunity to continue your education. This isn't an opportunity. Don't call it an opportunity. Don't call it a goddamned opportunity. Well, you should be excited at the chance to go back to school. I remember you wanted to return to school, and while it's not the same one, a special school, that's an insult. That is what I want to say. It's a step down. It's not what you'd think. All the students there are pretty active in their own sort of way. It's geared towards students that can still get around and learn, but just need little help, in one way or another. Your father's right, and many of the graduates of the school have gone on to do amazing things. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. One of many colleagues in another hospital is a graduate. I don't care. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. That's what a disability is. I really hate that something so important was decided for me, but what can I do about it? A normal life is out of the question now. It's funny. I had always thought my life was actually kind of boring, but now I miss it. I want to protest. I want to blame this lack of reaction on shock or fatigue. I could easily yell at something now. Something about how I can go back to my school. Anyway. But no. I don't say anything. The fact is that I know it's futile. I look around the room, feeling very tired of all this. The hospital, doctors, my condition, everything. I don't see anything that would make me feel any different. There really isn't a choice. I know this, but the thought of going to a disabled school, what are those even like? As much as I try to put a positive spin on this, it's very difficult. But let me try. A clean slate isn't a bad thing. That is all I can think of to get me through this. At least I still have something. Even if it's a special school, it's something. It's a fresh start, and my life isn't over. It would be a mistake to just resign myself to thinking that. At the very least, I'll try to see what my life will look like. This is pretty cool so far. What is that? Oh, I thought that was a doctor. Oh, it's me, Sasao. Act 1, Life Expectancy. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this so far. I'm having a lot of fun with this. I like talking. I should talk more. I like talking. It's fun. They looked far too promised for what it was. It does look. It's kind of weird looking, actually. It looks like one of those, what do you call those gates you'd see in Britain. You know, when you go in. Never mind. All right. Anyway. In fact, gates in general seem to do that, but this one especially so. Red bricks, black wrought iron, and gray plaster, assembled into a whole that didn't feel welcoming at all. I wondered if it looked like what a gate for a school should look like, but couldn't really decide. Probably not. Of course, I didn't want to get stuck on thinking about this gate for so long, so I entered through it with a brisk pace that felt surprisingly good. Moving forward feels good. Ooh, cool. So I walked toward the main building of Yamaku. Hopefully that's right, please. Please be right. Yamaku Academy with this brisk pace. I'm alone as my parents are taking my stuff to the dorms, and there's supposed to be someone waiting for me. The grounds are incredibly lush, filled with green. It doesn't feel like the kind of grounds a school would have, more like a park, with a clean walkway going past trees, and the smell of fresh cut grass and all other park-like things. Words like clean and hygienic pop into my mind. It makes me shudder. Shake them off. Stay open-minded now. It's your new life. You have to take it as it comes. That's what I tell myself. A few big buildings loom behind the leafy canopies. Oh, god damn it. Canopies. Too big and too many for just a school. Everything seems off. It's different from what I thought I knew about schools. It's an uncanny valley, even though I was told this is my new school. In the back of my head, it doesn't feel like one. I wonder if the feeling is real or caused by my expectations of a school for the disabled. Speaking of that, I don't see anyone else here. It's kind of eerie. It makes me wish there was somebody here so I could anchor myself to do something tangible, instead of having this feeling that I stepped into another dimension. Going to the nether, guys. Sorry. The trees hum with the wind, and the green hues flashing all around me catch my attention. It makes me think about hospitals again. How they say that the operating rooms are painted green because green is a common color. So why am I feeling so anxious, despite all this greenery? Only after I stand in front of the haughty main building, I surprise myself by realizing why the gate bothered me. It was the last chance I had to turn back, even if I had no life I could return to. But still, after entering... Goddamn English. But still, after entering, there was absolutely no way I could go back anymore. Feeling nervous and with this realization set in my head, I opened the front door. Hello, school! A tall man with a bad posture noticed me as I entered. We're the only people in the lobby, so it's only logical. Greetings, sir. You must be Nikki? Nakai. So you are. Excellent. I'm your homeroom and science teacher. My name is Moto. Welcome. We exchange a handshake that is neither firm nor sloppy, and he looks at his watch. The head nurse asked you for a brief check-in visit, but there's no time for that now. Oh, should I go later? Yes, afternoon is probably fine. We should get going and introduce you to the rest of the class. They're waiting already. Waiting for me. I don't really like being the center of attention, but I guess it's inevitable in a situation like this. Somehow, not knowing what is waiting for me makes me feel nervous. Thinking of this, I almost miss what the teacher is saying. Do you want to introduce yourself to the class? I don't know. I mean, I could. I mean, that'd probably be something I should do is introduce my... Oh, did I click it by accident? What did I just do? Oh, I just kind of like... Oh, I clicked... Oh, dang it. Dang it! I clicked the wrong button. No! Oh, whatever. I don't know which choice I clicked. I think I clicked the Y. So, whoopsie-daisy. I was gonna pick the other one, but oh well. Let's go then! I'm rocking. My heart is pounding in my chest, and it keeps me thinking about my condition as I follow the teacher up the stairs. I was gonna introduce myself, but I guess that's not gonna happen now. The third door down... Tongue twister. The door down the third floor corridor is marked as the classroom for 3-3. Matao opens the door and enters. What's up with that picture? Good morning, everyone. Sorry I'm late again. I hesitate for a split second at the door, freezing on the spot. Ah, get a grip. This is a big step, I know that. But there isn't any point of worrying so much about it. At least not this soon. Well, hello, everyone. Hi, how's it going? I follow the teacher into the classroom and look around, particularly so I won't have to meet the curious gazes of my new classmates. It's pretty spacious. The ceiling is unusually high, and there's lots of space left over around and in between the desks. That's probably for kids with wheelchairs and stuff. That's my guess. An entire wall taken up by blackbirds, and the high, old-fashioned windows only make it seem larger. The students' desks are just standard wooden desks with a shelf underneath, for books and wooden chairs with metal frames. Simple and efficient. I stopped walking in front of the classroom and faced all the students. They all look normal, like students in any other school, but then why would they be here? They're probably like me and have something wrong with them. Only just not immediately oblivious. Then I notice that one of the girls seems to be missing the thumb of her right hand. It's a little jarring. Oh, girl, pink hair. There we go. John's gonna pug me for that one. Despite the natural tendency to listen when someone's talking about you, I tune out the teacher's speech halfway through while he introduced me to the class. I notice a flash of dark hair and see that someone is looking at me. A girl with really long, straight hair that is pretty eye-catching. As she sees me looking back at her, she covers her face with her hands as if it will make her invisible. There's one boy with a cane leaning against the lockers at the rear end of the class. It's weird seeing someone so young with a cane. Another girl seems to be making some weird hand motions. Sign language? She peers at me over the rims of her glasses. Okay, so that's the girl with the blue hair. over the rims of her glasses, then goes back to whatever she's doing. She's kind of cute. So is the cheery-looking one with the pink hair sitting next to her. She's really hard to miss. I don't know how I didn't notice her the moment I walked in. I would have noticed, Jesus Christ. I mean, you walk into a class, you see a girl with pink hair, you automatically notice. Because, first of all, the hair color is different than anybody else in the whole class. But then again, this is... Never mind. I'm gonna stop discussing. Anyway, please welcome our newest student, classmate. He claps his hands, and so does everyone else, except one girl in the front row who has only one hand. I cringe a little, but hide it by bowing in thanks for this applause I did not deserve. After the applause, there is a brief silence that nobody seems to want to be responsible for breaking. The teacher soon realizes that he should probably say something. He opens up with an unintelligible noise, shuts up as he loses his momentum, and then starts introducing me. Nobody seems to be too interested. Maybe I should have said yes to the self-introduction thing. I tried to, but I don't know what happened. Probably realizing he doesn't know anything about me, he just ends up saying my name wrong again and asks me to write it on the blackboard. I do that and turn back to face the class, feeling awkward. I listen to the teacher as he drones about getting along while letting my gaze sweep across the room. Everyone seems to be listening to him intently, and when he's done, they clap their hands again, which feels like a weird thing to do. The first row claps on this round with her one hand against her other wrist that ends at a bandaged thumb. It makes me feel a little bad. We're going to do some group work for today, so that'll give you a chance to talk with everyone. Is that okay with you? Yeah, it's fine with me. That's fine. That's good. You can work with oh my god, these names. Hakimichi. Hey, it's close to Mitch. Whatever. Hakimichi. She is the class representative. She can explain anything you might want to know, and who else would be able to do that better, right? How could I know? The teacher passes out the day's assignments and announces that we will be working in groups of 3. It hits me that I don't know who Hakamachi is. Slow. The teacher seems to catch my helpless expression. Oh, right. Hakamachi is right there. Shizun Hamachi. It's the girl with the pink hair. Of course. As he calls out her name, the cute, bubbly-looking girl with bright pink hair and gold eyes waves her hands at me. I take a seat next to her by the window. Hey, I guess you're Hakamachi, right? It's nice to meet you. What the hell's with that laugh?